Most political battles happen behind closed doors. This one happened in front of television cameras. For months, Britain's most famous address wasn't talking only about politics, it was talking about two cats. This is the true story of Larry and Palmerston.
The king of number 10 Downing Street for years. Prime ministers came and went. Journalists photographed him almost every day. Tourists hoped for a glimpse. He wasn't just Britain's chief mouser. He had become part of British political life. Everyone knew one thing. Downing Street belonged to Larry. A new arrival. In April 2016, another government cat appeared. His name was Palmerston. He wasn't assigned to number 10. Instead, he moved into the Foreign Office, only a short walk away. Palmerston quickly earned a reputation as an exceptional hunter. He caught mice almost immediately. Staff loved him. The newspapers loved him. Britain suddenly had two famous government cats. Only one problem remained. Neither one intended to share the territory.
The first encounter. At first, they simply watched each other. Across the street, across the gardens, across the gates. Neither cat backed away. Then, one summer afternoon, everything changed.
The cat war began. Journalists were waiting outside Downing Street. Television crews were already filming. Suddenly, Larry rushed toward Palmerston. Palmerston didn't run. Within seconds, Britain's two most famous cats were fighting in the middle of the street. Photographers couldn't believe their luck. Instead of politicians, the front pages the next day were filled with cats. The images traveled around the world. The newspapers called it the Downing Street Cat War.
Things get worse. It didn't end there. The fights continued. Again and again. Sometimes Larry chased Palmerston. Sometimes Palmerston stood his ground. One fight became so fierce, Larry injured his paw. He was later examined by a veterinarian. Another time, his collar disappeared during the battle. Even government staff started joking about the rivalry. Britain wasn't watching a political crisis. It was watching a territorial dispute between two determined cats.
Security steps in. Eventually, the rivalry became impossible to ignore. Security officers began keeping an eye on both cats. On several occasions, they physically separated them. Imagine explaining that job. Not protecting ministers, not guarding diplomats, separating two angry cats. For photographers, it was priceless. Every new encounter became another headline.
Did they really hate each other? But did Larry and Palmerston truly hate one another? Probably not. Cats are territorial animals. Larry had ruled Downing Street for years. Palmerston had become the dominant hunter around the Foreign Office. Their territories overlapped. Their instincts did the rest. To humans, it looked like a political rivalry. To the cats, it was simply nature.
Britain's favorite rivals. As the months passed, people began choosing sides. Some supported Larry, others preferred Palmerston. Newspapers compared their hunting skills. Journalists waited outside government buildings, hoping another confrontation would happen. Very few government employees ever became as famous as these two cats.
The end of the war. Eventually, Palmerston retired from government service. He left London for a quieter life. The rivalry quietly came to an end. Larry remained. Prime ministers continued to change. Larry stayed exactly where Britain expected him to be, at number 10. Years later, Palmerston passed away peacefully. Larry continued his duties, still greeting journalists, still watching the street, still reminding everyone who lives at number 10.
History remembers great rivalries. Sometimes they happen between politicians, sometimes between nations, and sometimes between two cats who simply refused to share the same street. Larry and Palmerston didn't change British politics, but they certainly made it far more entertaining. And today, their unlikely rivalry remains one of the most memorable chapters in the history of Downing Street.